What's up guys, my name is Abhi, welcome to your Penny Matters. Today we're going to talk about laptops, specifically my Asus TUF A15 and why I bought this particular laptop over others. But before I get into why I chose the Asus TUF A15, I want to give a little background of the brands that I've used. I've been using Asus laptops as my primary device for over a decade. I've actually owned and used Razer, Acer and Lenovo devices as well as my secondary devices. Now when I look to buy a laptop, there's one main thing that I always focus on, the CPU and how long it's going to last. Everything else is secondary for me. This is because the CPU is usually the one main thing that limits the performance and hence the longevity of a laptop. Now I'm not saying that there are no other components that I look at, especially the graphic card and the other upgradability options. But what I'm saying is, irrespective of a laptop being 13-inch, 15-inch or a 17-inch, or even if it's a Chromebook, a lightweight portable device, or a 15-inch fat gaming laptop, the CPU is usually what makes a laptop function and makes it really snappy on everyday tasks, like even having Chrome tabs open or reading that 300 MB giant PDF that you always wanted. For example, I had an Asus ROG GL551JM back in 2014, which I had bought used around for $600 US. Actually cost around $1100 if you bought it new. But I used it for 6 years and the battery was dead, the sides had some scrapes and the Blu-ray drive was swapped out for an SSD, which left a big gaping hole on the side because the panels wouldn't fit again. But it worked really well and was really snappy doing everyday tasks, and I was still able to play Dota 2 on it. Now I sold it for around $250 about 2 months ago. I could have gotten more if the laptop was in better condition, but the point I'm trying to make is, back in 2014, Intel i7 was the average consumer's best bet at processors. And my Asus had an i7 with 8 gigs of RAM and was still relevant in performance even in 2020. Now a laptop is an expensive investment. Why not make it worth it so that 6 years down the line you don't have to actually throw it in the garbage and you're able to sell it to someone who can get their work done for much less money. You still get decent money for your investment as well. Now that brings me to my new laptop purchase, which is an Asus TUF A15. Now I chose this particular laptop because I wanted an upgrade that will last me for the next 6 years, or at least I hope to, and I wanted a laptop that I can edit my 4K 60fps YouTube videos and play a little bit of gaming as well. Now there are a lot of negative reviews about the Asus TUF A15, primarily because of its display, which is not really color accurate and its thermals are really bad. Now the reason I still chose it is because it came with the latest 8-core AMD 4800H, which is nothing short of brilliant. And it will outperform any i7 in 2020 and even comes close to the latest Intel i9 Extreme Performance CPUs. Now many people advise me to go for a desktop in Reddit, but in today's world, unless you have a dedicated space for a desktop and you're a total enthusiast, most people use their laptops. Similarly for me, space is premium and I like the option of putting away my laptop once I'm done with my work. Now I do use an external monitor if I need to edit something where color accuracy is important. But other than that, the display works just fine for me even if I'm gaming or if I'm just editing YouTube videos. Upgradability is another important feature if you want to future-proof your laptop. The Asus TUF A15 comes with 2 NVMe SSD slots and 2 upgradable RAM slots. Now I upgraded the RAM the very next day I got the laptop. Not because the stock RAM is quite bad, it's actually quite fast, but I just got distracted because I hit the robot, but because I needed more memory for 4K 60fps video editing for my YouTube videos. Now I tried different RAM sticks, but the one that worked the best out of the box was the HYPERX Impact 32GB CL20s with the frequency of 3200 MHz. I tried the HYPERX Impact 64GB 2400 MHz versions of CL15 SODIMMs, but they didn't work because Kingston claimed they would auto overclock to the speeds mentioned in the motherboard that is compatible with, but it did not. It just ran at 2400, so I ended up returning them and I ordered the CL20s, which worked great. Now the Asus TUF A15 comes with different versions of graphic cards. My version has a mid-range NVIDIA 2060, which hits a sweet spot because it can run almost all the latest games at ultra-high settings, and it allows me to edit my videos at 4K and 60fps. So if you're in the market for a laptop, go with an AMD. The only reason why Intel laptops are still popular is because AMD has a bad reputation from their old processors being slow. But I promise you in 2020, you cannot go wrong with an AMD processor, especially if it's a high-end one. Now, these will last you for many years to come and even retain their resale value many years down the line. So it's better to get devices that are AMD powered in 2020 rather than Intel. So let's have a look at some of the AMD Ryzen powered laptops of 2020. So this article was written in July and it's from laptopmac.com. So it consists of some of the laptops, popular laptops that you can use and you can purchase, which has the AMD Ryzen processors. So the first one that they recommend is the HP Envy X360 13-inch. So this is a great productivity laptop. It comes with the AMD Ryzen 5 4500U, which is great. And it does not have a graphic card, so it's a productivity laptop. It's thin and light, and it is also touchscreen based. So this is a good choice if you want to go for productivity. This is, of course, the Asus TUF Gaming A15. This is the 2060 model, the same that I have, and it comes on 16 GB of RAM as well. So now the 48U, so 4800U is not the one that I have. I have the 4800H. So that is the full powered version of the processor. Now the 4800 is a very good processor because if you look at over here at CPU benchmark, it does show that the 4800 has an average CPU mark of 19,000. So that's way higher than the Intel i7's 9750H, as well as any other offerings of most other processors. So it's really high, and it is a very snappy processor. Now if you look over here at notebookcheck.net, it does say that the Intel i9, the latest, the 10th generation Intel i9, so the i9s are extreme performance processor lines, and this practically does tie up with the same line of Intel Extreme processors. So the 4800H is a very good processor that you can get in your laptop, and it does mention that there's a huge power difference. So huge power difference in favor of the AMD. So it's important to note that the AMD Ryzen 7 was tested on Geekbench 5.1, which offers higher scores than 5.0. So AMD processor still has a significant edge over Intel chip when it comes to price and performing at the same level, but with a much lower power consumption. So basically, it goes to show that the 4800H is a very powerful but very efficient processor, and it will last many years to come. So there's a quick look at the different processors comparison and why I would suggest the TUF A15 over many other laptops. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, it does not have the best screen, but you don't need the best screen if you're not just editing on it. If you're editing on it, yes, you can use an external monitor, but if not, an external screen is not really needed. Like if you're doing day-to-day activities, the screen is just fine. So the other offerings of AMD are Lenovo ThinkPad X395. So this comes with an AMD Ryzen 3, which I wouldn't personally recommend, but if you're into it, you can definitely go for it. It's not the most powerful processor, but it does get the job done. Now, the other is the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14. So I was actually looking at this option as well. The reason I did not go for this is because this has even worse thermals than the Asus TUF A15. So it gets even hotter and it does throttle the performance quite a bit. So I didn't go for this particular version. But it is a good choice if you want a thin and light but powerful laptop, because it does come with a GTX 2060 Max-Q version as well. Now, the other one is the Microsoft Surface laptop. So now you see that Microsoft Surface is also going for AMD lineup. So they have a Ryzen 5 3850, which is a decent CPU for the price. So these CPUs generally are much less power hungry, so the battery does last a long time. Now, the Acer Swift 3. So I actually own the Acer Swift 1, which is a great laptop. I gave it to my dad. So I think right now they are coming with the AMD Ryzen 7 4700Us, which is also a great processor. So these are all thin and light budget laptops for productivity. But as I was mentioning in the video, if you're going for a powerful laptop, I would suggest going for the TUF A15 or another one that you can wait, which comes with a better CPU that can probably beat this. So these CPUs will last a long time. I know that, the i7s used to last good 5 years, but now I think the new AMDs will also last another good 5 years. So don't spend less money on a cheaper laptop that will last you maybe a year or two and become e-waste. Invest good money for a laptop that will last you 5 years or more. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, hit the like button and subscribe because you are penny.
Oh, Mark hooked another one.